Hey there YouTube, Elite Legionario here, bringing you a 1 versus 1 for Rome 2 Total War. I'm against the same opponent as last time. He'll be using the Suebi this time, and I am going to be bringing Carthage. So if we check out my army, I have, I believe it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units of African pikemen as my core, 2 units of Libyan infantry for the flanks, and I think it was 4 units of Carthaginian cavalry, 1 elephant, and I believe I had 2 mercenary Balearic slingers, and out here on the far right I have a hidden unit of Numidian mercenary javelin cav basically. My opponent's army is interesting. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4 units of Bloodsworn and 1 unit of Swordmasters as general, and then in the back he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 longbow hunters. So Bloodsworn are a pretty average unit. They've got got to have at least 2 upgrades apiece, but this tells me one thing when I see this army, that he's got hidden stuff, quite a lot of it too, because this is not very high quality units. I took African pikemen for this because I know that basically I knew that I wanted to actually make him try and outflank me, so that I could in turn use my Libyan spearmen to pin him up, and then I could actually wrap him around with my own pikes. That was what I was trying to achieve. And I was expecting I think that the heroic nobles, or is that Iceni, or the noble cav? Noble cavs are only in I think it's just heroic cav or heroic nobles. Heroic nobles it might be, the Suebi cav are. I was expecting quite a lot of those to be hidden somewhere in the woods, and I was also expecting perhaps some berserkers, and what else do they have? Maybe some swordmasters somewhere, I don't know, or some spear units, I'm not too sure. Because this army, when you see something like this, and know their builds, if you see this build, you should anticipate that this is pretty cheap units that he's got here, and that's all that's revealed. There's all this woods around him. There's just no way that he hasn't got other stuff hidden somewhere. You have to anticipate that. So I was being very careful. I wasn't sure what side he was coming from. Now, you may ask why I've put this mercenary Numidian cavalry way out here. This is very simple. Not only is it scouting for me, because it just revealed 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 5 units of light Suebi Germanic scout riders, which was interesting. I was expecting much heavier cav than that. They're the most cost-effective light cav in the game, and they'll easily destroy this unit of mercenary Numidian cav. So I was using that to scout for me, but what I was actually hoping to do was to slip it right through the woods here and then bang, run down these longbow hunters. That was the main purpose. I see these are just light cavalry, so it's quite interesting to see my opponent bring this army. I thought he'd bring stronger units than this. To be honest, I think the Suebi are not a very strong faction. They're not weak, don't get me wrong. I don't think they're weak, and they are my favourite of the 3 barbarians. They're definitely my favourites, but I think they're definitely weaker than the Arverni and the Iceni. They're a faction I'd like to see get a bit of a buff. And they haven't got a very large unit pool, so they're quite predictable. This actually caught me off guard because he's got a little light infantry. He's got 3 of these night hunters, which are like the ambushes that the Iceni have. They can deploy out there outside of their zone. I think they can anyway. Well, I'm pretty sure they can. So he's got them here. So what I do here is I send my 2 Carthaginian cavalry to face these scout riders. I'm not concerned. I know I'm hugely outnumbered here, but my cavalry's a lot better, and I think I put a couple up. No, I didn't put an upgrade onto it, my bad. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use my elephants in a way that is not how you shouldn't use elephants, but I'm going to do it deliberately. The point is, getting the elephants swamped by infantry is not a good move, but I know I don't need my elephants or anything else. I just want to make sure these night raiders do not outflank me, so I can just totally dominate the fight up here. So I'm pulling a unit of Carthaginian cavalry up here, and I have another unit of Carthaginian cavalry here, and I have my noble general, my noble cav general here, and I'm going to use these to support the elephants if they need it. And I'll use the infantry here to outflank. Now these guys are going into formation here. I believe I have my Balearics firing now. And as you can see, they're already routing one of these guys. So anyway, his Bloodspawn, he's gone into a shield wall here. It won't matter. These African Pikemen are going to beat them, whether he likes that or not. African Pikemen is certainly by no means the best phalanxes in the game, or pike phalanxes, but they're still going to be much better than Bloodspawn. While this is happening though, I've got my cavalrymen behind, and I'm wrapping up his longbows. I'm going to use my Libyan spearmen to fight his swordmasters. Now his swordmasters should be better, I suspect, with their upgrades, but I've got an upgrade on these guys and I have two of them nearby. I'm going to use this one to outflank it, and I'm using my Numidian Jav Cav, which I basically run all the way around here to get up the top, and using them in conjunction with one of my Carthaginian cavalry to rout the rest of his longbow hunters. And now I've got my Libyans around the flank, and I'm bringing up my Balearic Slingers for flank shots as well. But he's just getting pretty owned by these African pikemen, because even with Geo Boulogne, it's just not much of a support. I'm just making sure these longbow hunters are rid of. They're a really cool arch unit, actually, one of my favourite arch units in the game. But I'm just quickly getting rid of those, and I'll be going for hammer and ambles now, and I completely outflank this unit here with this other African pikeman, which won its fight and I wrapped around it. Over here, these guys here are charging with cavalry. He destroyed my elephant. Sorry I didn't catch that, guys. But I charged them with the noble cav, and they were routed pretty quickly. I had my general right behind them as well. Now I'm pulling my general up here. I won the cavalry fight over there, which is my two Carthaginian cav vessels lights, and I brought them in to support and rout these night hunters. But up here, as you can see, I just completely outflanked him, and he, for some reason, it tells me I lost this fight, but clearly, guys, I won it. I don't know why it said that, but this was actually, I think it said it was a decisive victory when I won it. So please ignore that close defeat. I won this fight. I basically just outflanked my opponent, and I pinned down his outflanking forces and his traps and ambushes. So good game to him. He fought well. But I was quite surprised. His build was pretty weak, to be honest, but it was kind of neat that he brought it. And at the time I thought, oh, my units are a bit more powerful than his, and I should have brought lighter ones and stuff like that, but I couldn't have known he was going to do that. But anyway, this battle's mine, even though that's his close defeat, so I don't know why it's saying that, because clearly I had routed his whole army. But anyway, good game to him. I hope you enjoyed it though. So he won that first one, I won the next one, and I don't know if I have a third battle against him or not. I might do. Anyway, I'll be bringing you another battle very soon, so hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you soon next time.